Patty. I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys today a pantry tour. For those of you guys who have been following along for a while, we bought our house just over a year ago, and this house did not come with a pantry, and at the time we didn't want to spend any money, so we used an IKEA bookshelf that we already had on hand to do a pantry. So I will leave that video linked down below. It was working really well for us until my youngest daughter got mobile and she started pulling everything out, and there was just stuff everywhere. It never stayed organized because she pulled everything out of the bins, and it was just hard to maintain with her. And it just wasn't as pleasing to the eye as I would like. I wanted something a little bit more streamlined. The bookshelf was pretty beat up, so we decided it's been about a year, so we can go ahead and invest into something not too expensive, because eventually we do want to redo this kitchen. So we knew it was going to be something for a couple of years, but not like 10 years or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how we organize this space. And also you can take away these ideas. Even if you have a pantry, you can organize in a very similar way, because I pretty much kept the same system of organization. We are storing it in a different way, but the system worked really well for us so far. So you can even use this system in a regular pantry. So let me go ahead and share with you our new piece. This is from Home Depot. I shopped around quite a bit looking for an island that has 4 doors that was white. I didn't want anything that I had to paint because it's a brand new piece, so I wanted it like ready to go. And it took me a while to find one in the budget we were looking for. We were looking to spend less than $300. And this one was, I want to say, around $250, so it was a really good price and the size we were looking for. So let me go ahead and share with you how we organize this space. Okay, so in this first drawer, I kind of use this for all of my containers that are pre-labeled. So I will mention these cabinets are very narrow. I'm not sure about other islands, but for the price, I wanted to make it work, and I wanted to use containers that I already had. I didn't want to spend any additional money than the containers I had already. So the only thing we spent money on was the actual like island. So we have our sugar canister by the OXO brand, one for flour and one for powdered sugar, and they all fit nicely in that island here. And everything slides out nicely and fits. This one is a little bit taller, so I just have to slide it out like this in order to get it out. But it fits just fine, and it's not like I bake every day, so that is no problem at all. Then the bottom bin is great because the kids can grab whatever cereals they need here. These cereal containers have worked out really well for us. They're from Target, and they fit even the larger boxes of cereal, so we really like these. And 2 of them fit just fine in the cabinet there, and our kids can grab them easily. Then we have the pasta here, and this is the main pasta we use on a regular basis, so that's why it has its own canister. And then we have a larger canister for almond flour. So all of these are easy to get to. It's things some of the things on the bottom we use more often than the things on the top, so the kids are able to grab them if they need to, but it's still closed off, so it's not this huge open space. Okay, next we have our middle cabinet. This is the one that gave me the most space to work with because I have this huge wide space and it's not as narrow of a cabinet. So this was definitely my favorite area to organize. All of these bins were from the Dollar Tree, I believe about a year or 2 ago. Like I mentioned, I didn't buy anything new for this space. I used what I already had. So here we just have a basket full of any of our cans, and I like that we have it in a basket because it keeps us from just using up what we need, and we don't buy more until we use up what we need. I also have space in the back for any excess things that I have, so if I buy like a larger container of something, I have space in the back for that. And then, or if I'm going to be using a lot of something or we're having people over, I have room to put those things. So here we have 2 bins back to back. One is for the kids' snacks, like their bars, fruit snacks, fruit strips, those types of things I would put in here. And then this is for dried fruit, trail mix, those raisins, all of those things would go in here. Then this bottom bin is kind of like our salty snacks bin, so like our chips, popcorn, those types of things all go in this bin. And it is the biggest bin that I have in this cabinet because with 3 little kids and another one on the way, we have a lot of snacks all the time. And there's plenty of space to fill this up quite a bit. Like, we're at the end of our grocery week, so when this gets full, there's still, like, I have a good amount of space. Then this, it's not on a spinner, but it spins very easily for me, and I just keep any of our, like, outdoor condiments, like peanut butter, honey, those types of things go back there. Then, all the way in the back, I don't have it in a bin, but I just keep our pasta sauce back there just so the kids can't get to it. It is glass and I don't want them to accidentally knock it down. So I just keep those singly in the back there, but I like to have a couple pasta jars on hand. So that's great back there for those quick nights. Okay, so this is our last cabinet. And up here, I just have a basket for pastas. I keep all of our pastas in here. And anything that's bigger in the basket, it slides perfectly right here. Like I have this bigger bin here, and I just put it on the side. And then for this basket, I still have space in the back if I have overflow. I still have space to put stuff there. As well as this one, I only have 1 basket. So again, if I have overflow, I can put it in the back. And this is kind of our sweets bin and also baking things. So like I have a couple of mixes, a couple of muffins, and like graham crackers. Those types of sweet treats go in there. So those are the items that go in our island. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you the 2 drawers. These I had a little bit of a hard time figuring out what to put because they are very, very short, like distance between the counter and the lip for the top cabinet. So you're limited with what you could put. So in this top one, I just have pouches for the kids. Normally I buy the huge like Costco sized boxes of them. So this whole drawer fills up with them. Like I mentioned, we're at the end of our grocery shopping week, so we're low, but this whole thing fills up with those pouches. So I just have this drawer dedicated to that. And then this drawer I have like our Ziploc bags, aluminum foil, like straws, all of that stuff I keep in this drawer. The only thing I couldn't fit in this drawer is parchment paper because it was too long, so I just put that with my baking supplies and stuff like that. So, but I was able to fit everything else in this drawer. Also, I want to mention, if I buy a large bag from Costco or like a large box or something of a snack or item that will not fit on our kitchen island, I do have a big white metal bucket that goes on top of our fridge, so it's concealed. You can't see a big mess. It's just a white metal bin. And I'll put any of our excess groceries in there. So I do want to mention that because I know a lot of times people watch pantry videos of smaller pantries and they wonder, where do you put all the extra stuff? Well, that is where we put all our extra stuff. Like we buy big bags of rice, so any of the rice that doesn't fit that we put away, we put in that bin. So just wanted to mention that and clarify that. Okay, so this is the counter right on top of the kitchen island. Over to the left, we just have our bread bin, and I do keep treats that I don't want the kids to see in there as well. So any bread type things like tortillas, English muffins, bread, bagel, any of that stuff, I keep in that bin. And then, like I mentioned, any treats that, like if I'm saving a surprise for the kids and I don't want them to see it, I'll put it in there as well. Then to the right over here, I already had this stand. I would like something a little bit smaller just because it does take up quite a bit of space, the bottom, and it leaves me with not too much counter space, which is fine. I'm not really looking for counter space here. It's more storage space. but it's a little bit unnecessary. So in the future, I would like to get a smaller tier tray, but like I mentioned, I wanted to use what I had. So the bottom part is mainly for produce. So I have that colander that is in black that I got from the Target dollar spot, and that's just housing our onions. Then, you know, any of the produce I put there. The white canister there, I am housing our garlic just so it all stays together. And then the top shelf has a little bucket for clothespins, which we use as chip bags. And then we have like our salt and pepper containers. And then the rest is pretty much for decor, for me to have fun with it. Fall is approaching, so I haven't really done too much decoration wise because I know fall is coming up. So I'm getting ready to put all of this stuff away, and then I can have fun with it during the fall season. So let me go ahead and show you the top shelf of the top part of our pantry. Okay, I'm really happy with how the top shelves of our pantry turned out. I had a vision for it and it definitely came to life, and I was really pleased with it. So the shelves we got from Home Depot, my husband measured it to be just a little bit smaller than our kitchen island. So we had to buy one shelf. It was $15 for the one. They cut it for us into 2 pieces, and then we have some leftover wood that I can use to make a sign or whatever. So it was about probably $7 a shelf, a little bit more, a little bit less because I'm getting the sign out of it too. And then we have those brackets. I just spray painted them black, and then I painted the screws black as well. They were white. I don't remember how much those were, but they were really inexpensive as well. I stained the shelves in Provincial in case you're wondering what color that is. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through the shelves. This bottom shelf, I have those jars. 2 of them I picked up from Walmart or Target. They both sell them. And then the other one I got from Goodwill. And we've had these labeled like this and working for us for over a year. So I can say for us, it has really worked well. I do have to say, all of my labels that you see on my canisters and all of those things, most of those are from a book I got from Michael's. And then a couple are from the Target dollar spot, the sheets they sell. I do know that Amazon sells these labels, and you can find some on Amazon. So we just have something for crackers, something for snacks, and then usually, like I mentioned, like if I buy a big Costco size bag of something, I'll usually try to fill the jar. That way it makes the bag a little bit smaller and I can just store it in our kitchen island. So that's a little tip, like you can store some in jars. And then the little sign was from the dollar spot about a year ago, and then the plant is from TJ Maxx Home Goods. And then this top shelf here, I just have all of my mason jars. I have space if I need to push those mason jars back and do a whole nother row if I needed to add more of something in the future. So I just have cocoa, pecans. We interchange that one with pecans and cashews. I use both, so whichever one we have on hand, I have a jar for each. I don't usually put out 2 jars. I'll just pick one and do that. And then quinoa, rice, brown sugar. We have another one that says cocoa, but it's actually for hot chocolate. And then coconut flour and baking soda. So those are our baking items or jarred things that we use on a regular basis. This little plant is currently at the Target dollar spot. They're getting ready to change out for fall, but I did pick that up. And then this scale here is from an antique shop. And then that big sign that says Dried Good General Store is from Michael's about a year and a half ago. But I think it goes perfect since this really is our dried goods. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I did with this space. I'm really happy with how we created a very functional space that looks nice to the eye, but is gonna work much better for us because my daughter doesn't open things as much because it's not out in the open, and I like that it's a little bit more clean and streamlined looking. So I hope you found these organization tips helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, if you guys like farmhouse style decorating videos, mom videos, homeschooling videos, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button down below because I have been doing Vlogmas and I have tons of fun fall videos coming in September, so you want to make sure you don't miss any of those videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.